Come on. Don't stream me. All right.
I mean, you can see right now, without LeBron, Lakers are struggling.
Let me tell you about a team I hate, all right? I know the Dallas Cowboy fan is here, so I had to make sure he knew how much I hate this team.
I'm ready.
I've often said that the people who run baseball, they try very hard to ruin it.
I'm from Brooklyn. I don't have a problem saying it to his face. Oh, I'm from Brooklyn. Hey, guess any.
This is a presentation of Northeast Streaming Sports.
Good evening, Byron.
Good evening. How you doing, Jim?
I'm doing good. Let me tell you about a team I hate, the New York Giants.
Man, I think you're going crazy. You having nightmares of what? You got to get on board. I can't believe you grew up in New Jersey. What's so bad about that?
The Giants never won. They never won when I was there.
I know it. But you know, we changed that when you hit to the NFL. We changed that, and
you did. You're right. You did.
So Bill Parcells turned that around.
Yes,
Ray Perkins and all those guys that was coaching there didn't. You know, had a hard time back in the day.
Yeah, they struggled.
Yeah,
they struggled. But hey, let's talk about some of the news today, because there is some news coming out of the NFL. Yeah. First of all, Russell Wilson. He's guaranteed in 2024, $39 million. And what they did is they're sitting him for the next 2 weeks, so they don't have to. If he gets injured, he would have made another extra $37 million.
Wow. You know, that's what the teams do when they get to this point in the season, when they know they're out of the playoffs. They know that they need to look at some younger players for maybe next year, but that's the deal. We have those great incentives in your contract that a lot of these teams, they do that just to save money.
Mm-hmm.
So what you think about that?
I think they're doing Russell Wilson wrong. He's not having a bad year. He is not the reason that Denver is not as good as we anticipated. His stats are better than Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I agree with that. But, you know, the business side of it in the NFL is what have you done for me lately?
That's true.
And it's all about wins and getting to the playoffs and Super Bowl. So right now, Denver, they had a roll. They turned the ship around, but, man, they started off really bad. And now there's consequences of losing. He's going to be on a 500 team.
And he says they're going to cut him in March.
That's what he said?
Yeah, and they got to guarantee him $39 million.
Man, that's crazy.
If he get injured, they have to guarantee him another 37.
Well, you know, Baker Mayfield went through some of that with Cleveland, and so so you know,
I don't agree with it. And
that's the business side of football.
I understand it is the business side of football, but one player doesn't make a team. If it did, Patrick Mahomes would win every Super Bowl. Tom Brady would have won every Super Bowl that he was participating in. It's a team sport. And then, you know, there were other issues on the Denver Broncos besides Russell Wilson.
Yeah, no doubt.
I don't think he was Sean's guy.
Yeah. Sean kind of wanted his own guy. I think there's some type of distance between the two, and it just didn't work out.
I'd rather have Russell Wilson than Derek Carr.
Oh, no doubt.
I'd rather have him.
And Russell seemed to be getting his timing down with the receivers. I know.
And I think you know where else, believe it or not, I think he'd be good is Minnesota.
Oh, yeah. I think he'll fit perfect for Minnesota.
Yeah. Jason is not going to be on tonight. He's in Minnesota with his kids.
But what you think about Kirk Cousins? You think his career is over with?
No. I think they'll re-sign him. Probably not at a price that he wants, but I think he'll get re-signed.
Yeah.
But yeah. But there. And here's an interesting one. The Green Bay Packers cornerback, Jair, let me get his name so I say it right. This is an interesting one to me, and I'll tell you why it's interesting. He got suspended.
Oh, I tell you, yeah, he went out on the coin toss. He wanted the captain.
Yeah, he wasn't a captain.
His name is Alexander. His last name is Alexander.
Zaire Alexander. And what happened, this is weird. He went out there on the coin toss and called it.
Yeah.
He called the coin toss.
Yeah.
And he wasn't supposed to be out there. And he said the reason he did it is because he's from Charlotte and he wanted to be a captain.
But he do have a seal on his jersey.
He does?
Mm-hmm.
But they said,
but he wasn't a designated captain for this particular game. So he went out. And then another thing he decided to do too is take the ball and have Green Bay on defense first.
Exactly. And they didn't want to do that. He made his own call on that. That was weird.
Yeah.
And they suspended him.
So that kind of tells me that sometimes these head coaches ain't quite aware of all the little small things going on the team.
That is a lot of things that happen in the locker room don't get out.
Yeah.
So and then if you watch, I don't know if you watched the Kansas City game against the Raiders. The Raiders kicked their butt. They did.
You have to give them credit.
Yeah, but Kelsey had a cussing fit, and he really wouldn't give him his helmet.
Well, one of the things that players got to understand, at the end of the day, it's all about the principles and the rules of the games, and you got to play this game. You can't falter one way or the other. You can't. There's little room for error, and so if you go and try to do things yourself, if it's a team game, a team oriented deal, and if everybody ain't on the same team, it ain't about Taylor Swift being up in the stands, and it's all about them, and all the cameras go to Travis Kelce. It's about players making plays on the football field and you winning games.
Mm-hmm. It is, and it really.
Just think about this though. It's you hardly ever seen a real good Kansas City Chiefs team lose at home.
That is true, but this is one thing that I said about that was that when you win a Super Bowl, the next year is more difficult.
Yeah,
because everybody and you knew it with the New York Giants when they won. It's hard to win back to back.
Hard to win back to back, and your schedule for the next year is pretty tough. You're playing some of the best, the elite teams of the league when you win the Super Bowl. People don't really know the strength of your schedule.
That's right.
It's pretty physical.
Anytime you get to the Super Bowl, because that's what's happening, obviously, Philadelphia is in first place, but they still have struggled this year because just the reason you said, play a more difficult schedule.
Yeah.
And health is always issue.
Right.
And that's the big thing. They lost Goddard for a couple of games. They lost a couple of Lance Johnson.
Right.
He hurt his groin one game. And these things happen when you are because you're playing the best of the best.
Yeah, it's just and just think about some of the offensive linemen that's getting hurt right now. It's really, like Trent Williams. The game turned completely around the 49ers game when Trent Williams got hurt.
Yeah, it really did. And speaking of the 49ers and the Ravens, the Ravens, those two teams have the best linebackers in the NFL.
Absolutely. They plus and minus margin is outstanding. I think one is like ranked third, and the other is ranked in the tied with top one. So they both play outstanding defense.
Yeah, you got Warner and Roquan Smith.
Yeah,
they're fighting to be the best ones.
Right.
The Ravens were the first one to take advantage of Purdy with the interceptions because he was still doing the same thing, trying to find Kittle in the middle.
Yeah.
But their linebackers or safeties are athletic enough to take that away from him. And and they contained Ayuk and Debo Sanders, and Christian McCaffrey.
Chris McCaffrey dropped a couple of passes too that you normally catch. But yeah, I think a little pressure on Brock proved that he's there to make the mistakes. He's still young.
Yeah.
And of course, that defense just be swarming all over the place.
Yeah, and they had injuries. The 49ers had injuries in their interior defense.
Yeah.
Javon Kinlaw was out, injured.
Yeah.
And Eric Armstead was injured, so they were hurt there. And Lamar Jackson, I know our producer is a hater of Lamar Jackson, but that was the most athletic run I've ever seen out of a quarterback. He faked out both linebackers. I thought he was going to break. That was like a basketball crossover.
You know what I love about Lamar Jackson, he got instincts that you can't coach.
Yeah, like I used to cross dudes over in basketball.
Yeah, crossover.
Yeah,
that's how you talked about how fast you was on the track. You and Carl Lewis and stuff, man.
Yeah, I had those quick feet. Carl Lewis cheated me though. He knows it.
Man, Carl Lewis, I'll have to give you a call.
Yeah, go out and call him. He'll laugh about it because he know he cheated. He know he jumped the gun.
Yeah.
Back there, they didn't do all the taping, the videos and stuff.
That's what I need, some tape. I got to find some tape. They had that reel.
Because my burst was gone. My first 2 steps, I was gone.
They had that reel going back in the day too, though. They had that reel.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I got to give a shout out to Dak because my Juanita, she said he grew up in a 1-wide trailer. So she one
it
wide.
wasn't no double wide; it was a single wide.
It was a single wide. She's a Dak fan, so I got to give my Juanita a shout out.
Well, you know, why I have to get. We're gonna give her a shout out because she came down to the football camp this year.
That's right.
And she got some kinfolk down in Texas.
Yeah, she does. Her cousin lives out there.
Yeah, her cousin. So she good people.
Yeah. She'll be here this week at the game. She'll be here.
Is y'all talking about birthday week too? Ooh.
Yeah, this is her birthday. This is my ride or die's birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah.
Hey, Rick.
Rick, what's up, my man? Rick.
I think your picks last week were kind of off the chain, Rick.
Rick was hot last week. Jason is going to the game, Rick.
I can't say Hey, how you doing, Miss Sandra?
How are you doing?
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Cole?
Hey, Cole.
Cole, man, what's going on?
Hey, Cole came back.
Cole came back. I want to be Cole so bad in golf. He better come back.
Cole good at golf?
Oh, yeah. He pretty good.
Rick challenging Jack to a race.
Man, I want to put money on that race.
Yeah.
I want to put money on it. Yeah. Happy birthday. Happy New Year's.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Miss Sonia?
Yeah, that's Sonia.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I need to meet Miss Sonia. They say you know a little bit about football.
Yeah. She does. But my Juanita, she knows for football. My ride or die.
You teaching her, Jim? Are you teaching her?
She's teaching me. I'm like, how you know that? She's I got skills.
Yeah. You don't have too much skills.
Birthday skills.
If you don't believe in the Giants, you don't have no skills.
Oh, goodness. You know, really, honestly, there used to be a tight end that played for the Giants named Tucker Frederson, and his wife was my teacher in junior high.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he lived down on the shore. They lived down on the shore. He was a tight end for the New York Giants, and his wife was a teacher.
Wow.
So,
that's
once I got older and got smarter, I went to the Cowboys. Didn't want to be a Giant.
So in other words, you're saying you're smarter.
Yes.
You need a haircut, Jim. Hey, get that boy a wig, man.
Oh, whatever.
You want to get him a wig.
Haters gonna hate.
He losing his mind. He losing his mind. He losing his mind.
That's what they are. Him and Jack. They talk about me every Friday morning.
Yeah.
Rick's probably defended me.
Yeah, Rick knows stuff. So Cole say Lamar is the MVP. You know, MVP races change every week.
Tight because Tyreek Hill didn't have a great week last week.
Yeah.
Waddle had one nice play, but he got injured.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey, they proved he was human. I mean, Purdy, obviously, we know what happened with Purdy. I don't know who's the
MVP. Four interceptions. But, you know, I just think, too, 15, 16 weeks of NFL, it could take a toll.
It can. And it's 17 weeks.
This is week 17 here. This is week 17.
But there's 17, they play 18 games, right?
17.
Well, they got 2 more games.
Yeah, they do 18.
Yeah.
So. They added those extra games on us because they're making the players play it's longer season. Usually football season used to be in Christmas weekend.
That's true. But my question is, I just noticed this. I was telling on the earlier show that the Cowboys can't do any more padded practices because they utilize all their padded practices. To me, I don't like that. And then being a former player, it's all about timing. And I really believe that's why the players get hurt as much because their bodies are not used to getting hit.
Yeah.
I didn't get injured until I went to Buffalo. Oh, okay, son. All right. You're more than welcome to
make a comment.
Yeah. Especially to Byron. Don't say nothing to me because I'm always right, but but what I was saying is that Sonya said the fix was in. Oh man. Oh boy.
We got a lot of good expert
yeah.
You know,
Rick, what I was saying was football is a violent sport. And I understand why some of the rules have changed. And we saw it a couple weeks ago with the Pittsburgh safety coming down and hitting Pittman.
Yeah, and with the Colts.
Yeah. So with the Colts. But I understand that. But up front, you need that physical to get your body adjusted and acclimated. First time I got injured in my whole career was in Buffalo, and they didn't hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus it helped with the timing of the game. It helped you.
I really do.
It helped you with the reality of what you're getting ready to face.
Yes. I agree.
No quarterback for MVP this year. I agree with that. I think we ought to have
who's going to be the
MVP? Tyree
or McCaffrey?
McCaffrey. I think they're the only two right now.
Lamar Jackson is still playing. They only lost.
But his stats is for his stats.
Yeah.
I think, but it's based off of popularity too. You got to put a popularity in that.
Who votes for MVP?
Yeah, Hill McCaffrey. That you and I on the same page, son.
Who votes for the MVP?
Sports writers.
The sports writers?
I think so.
That'd be interesting because I would like to see what the players think.
Yeah. I think the players need to have some type of, vote. Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett, that's a good choice.
Yeah, Myles Garrett, he having a hell of a year.
Yeah, or T.J. Watts, right?
Yeah, T.J. Watts.
T.J. Watts is leading the league in sacks.
Yeah.
So it'll be Garrett. Or,
how many sacks?
How many defensive players have ever been? Lawrence Taylor had to be.
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor won. I think when Reggie White went to Green Bay, I think he was MVP.
He was MVP of the Super Bowl, wasn't he?
Yeah,
But not of the regular season. Alan Page, he was the MVP. So it hasn't been very many defensive players.
Not defense. It's mostly been quarterbacks.
But here's my thing. They're talking about all these records that might get broken, but they got 2 more games.
I know. I know. You got to wait till the last week anyway.
Yeah. See, Rick even agrees with us. We had to shoot. Rick, full padded practices were things that happened. You're right about that, because when I was in college, we won the game, and we were in Kansas. We were playing Kansas State in Manhattan. And when we got back to Tempe, they had and we had a padded practice, because the coach was mad at us.
Well, what I think about Mahomes and Hurt is that, both of them is not, they're not having an MVP season, first of all.
Yeah.
I think losing at home, and then Philadelphia lost 3 games in a row. I think that kind of hurt.
And you mentioned this before. Each of them had difficult schedules.
Yeah.
Very good teams and playing, for the most part, very good defenses.
Right.
So that's what happened to them. It wasn't an easy run. Once you get to the Super Bowl, it becomes more difficult, because everybody looks at you. I know from personal experience, everybody looks at you as the team to beat. If they beat you, that's a feather in their cap.
Yeah, it really is a team award. But I tell you, in Mahomes' case, he has a receiver to drop a lot of balls this year.
Yeah, they did.
They dropped a lot of balls.
Yeah. I don't think either team is going to be at the Super Bowl. I don't know who's going to be in the Super Bowl on the NFC side, because no team is whoever gets hot. Who's hot. And
Detroit.
Detroit, but I ain't worried about them. They're better at home. They only lost 2 games on the road, though. Did you know that? I'm going out to the
tailgate party at the Cowboys Saturday, and I'm going to tell everybody that they might well go back home. Fold their 10 up and go back home, because Detroit go whoop their butt.
Oh, that's not going to happen. Not in Texas.
They're going to lose their first game at home this weekend.
No, they ain't going to lose that game. You
know
as well as I do. What's the
You say probably Dallas or Detroit.
Yeah.
Or the 49ers.
Or Philly's not bad though. If whoever gets hot at the end, and who's getting hot is Tampa Bay. Everybody said, "What?" That's how you said, "What?"
Now, in NFC, it's definitely gonna be one of these 4 teams: San Francisco, Philadelphia, Dallas, or Detroit.
Their running game is not that good with the Eagles.
Right now, I'm telling you, they're gonna be one of those 4 teams. Okay, going to the Super Bowl.
But I'm telling you, Tampa Bay is getting hot at the right time.
Tampa Bay ain't going nowhere.
Better.
They ain't going nowhere.
That's true. Getting hot and getting injury free at the same time, but that's very true.
Tampa Bay is not going nowhere.
What?
Mark my word. Mark my word.
What?
The team that Rick, I was just about to say the Rams. The team that really look good is the Rams right now.
Yeah, but Stafford all you gotta do is
the Rams look better than Tampa Bay. The Rams look better than Tampa Bay.
Ooh. Tampa Bay went to Green Bay and won.
I tell you what. I don't think too many NFC teams want to play the Rams right now.
Because of Puka and Cup?
Oh, yeah.
Robinson?
Yeah. And Williams, the running back.
Yeah.
All right, now and then that defense.
They are playing well.
The Rams defense is tough.
And this was supposed to be another bad year for them, and they have been. You got a good point. I'm not going to argue with you on that, but I just.
They're going to beat the crap out of. I hate to say this, they're going to beat the crap out of the Giants. And then they going to be. They look like they're going to be in the playoffs.
Wow, they say
Green Bay is garbage. Green Bay is so.
There's a lot of haters on this show tonight.
Green Bay is so inconsistent. Green Bay, you don't know what you're gonna get from Green Bay from week to week.
That's true, and it's not all Jordan Love.
Yeah,
so that is true. That is true.
Only thing I like about Green Bay is the coach. They got a good coach.
Yeah, they do. LaFleur.
Yeah, they got a good coach.
They got a good coach. Okay, you know what time it is. Time to make these picks.
Well, I do want to say this. The only fact Carolina beat them.
Carolina almost beat Green Bay.
Carolina had beaten them. They should have beat them. Carolina should have beat them.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Only thing it counts is close. Only counts in horseshoes. That's all it does in horseshoes. So don't tell me about what they should have.
You know what team kind of disappointed me?
Who's that?
It's the Cincinnati Bengals.
But that's
But they don't have the starting quarterback. So yeah, I can see why they so.
Rick likes that.
What do you like?
What?
All right, Rick.
You know, Rick understands me because he was a lineman.
Yeah,
too.
Rick,
Linemen always stick together.
Y'all root for the same snuff.
We know what it's like to be in a war down there in the trenches.
But you know, Jim, for real though, you have a good point. I think too they have to go back with some padded practices.
Yes.
And I think that'll make practice even better. More intensified anyway.
Speaking about padded, did you watch the Cowboys against Miami?
Mm-hmm.
And first, kudos to the Dolphins. They deserve to win because the Cowboys had them at the end, and they moved the ball down in the field goal range and made the field goal.
Yeah,
but they this is why I think you need padded practices. Is they had a replacement for Tyron Smith, and he was terrible. His name was Chumba, and he was blocking the wrong guy, and he was just letting guys free. Did you see that?
I saw that.
I was like, "What? Are you serious?"
He probably be a professional offensive lineman in the National Football League, and he playing like a college player that ain't never practiced.
Never practiced. And I'm like, "Are you serious?
Are you
what
serious?
Are you blocking, son?
Come on, man! I can't believe that
NFL record on that bad boy."
Man, usually you want to block the guy in front of you. And then if somebody's not in front of you, then you got to block gap protection in the area. You know, you got to look for the next
guy was in front of him, and he did it a couple times. Shoot, I would have took it like the longest yard with Burt Reynolds. I would have threw the ball at his head and
hit him right in the butt.
Yeah, like what are you doing, you knucklehead? I was like, what, have you ever played football before? And
there's no excuses on this level.
And then against the Giants, against Philadelphia, Danny Cutlet is no more. But you're right, Rick. It's one thing to get physical, but mess up on an assignment is tough. But Danny
Come on, man. Come on, Rick. Come on, man.
Yeah. Cutlet is gone. Is it Tommy Cutlet, right?
Yeah.
Tommy DeVito. He's gone. He's on the bench. Tyrod Taylor came back, and he played pretty good.
Well, you know, there's different level. That's what I think. There's different level of experience on players. And, you know, right now Tyrod just got more experience in playing at that level.
I agree.
You know, and the young players, they usually play not to mess up, and then all of a sudden they get pressured, and then they start messing up.
Yeah.
That's how you see it. So I see it.
But he did move the team, and he gave him an opportunity. Philly was just obviously too good, but
he did an outstanding job, just considering the fact that, you know, they threw him in the fire. They threw him in heat.
Yeah. Yeah. Then
he got 15 minutes of game.
Yeah. He's gonna have his own pizza commercial.
He can start his own pizza.
That's right.
In New York.
I mean, even he was at a restaurant in New York eating. And, Derek Jeter was there, and Derek Jeter paid for his dinner, and he said that's because he knows who I am.
One time I got in Lawrence Taylor SUV, drove downtown New York, and the police said you can park any way you want to because you in the LT car. I said, yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's how you do it, man, in New York.
Yeah, that's right. I know. But Shaq and they could do a Papa John's, but he likes those cutlet
Well,
sandwiches.
Sonya, do you like pizza? Do you like pizza? What you like? Papa John.
Papa John's, son.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
So anyway,
You know it from being back there. They have the best subs in the world. Is them subs good?
they have some great subs.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, they have some. She love pizza.
Yeah.
They have some good hot dogs out there too, on the hot dog stand.
The hot dogs. Chicago has the hot dogs.
Yeah. New York got the pizza. You right.
And the subs. I mean,
Yeah.
I go home and get me right at Jersey. They got a place. It's not Jersey Mike's. It's real subs. And I go down to the boardwalk and get me a real sub, turkey.
And
they
you,
got that
only thing you messed up on, you should have been rooting for the Giants. And I think you did. You just don't want to admit it, Jim.
It's time to go to the picks. I ain't gonna talk about the Giants. I know that Giants fan is here, and he knows I hate the Giants. Because he hates the Cowboys.
The Cowgirls.
Oh, hater. You used to wear that little cowboy jersey, Roger Staubach.
No, I wore number 88.
Who did you wear?
88. Drew
88,
Pearson.
Drew Pearson, see?
I'll use a Drew Pearson or Lynn Swan.
See?
I was making those catches on them boys in the hood. They couldn't stop me. I could run so fast. I tell my head back.
Yeah. They did call me too tall when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Come clean, Jim.
I'm going to tell you one thing I hate is the Dallas Cowboys. And I know that Dallas Cowboy fan is here. Hater. Well, let's get on with these picks. The New York Jets against the...
Drew Pearson is your cousin?
Yeah.
Wow, I need to show you that picture of me and Drew. Huh?
Drew Pearson grew up 30 minutes away from me, South River. Him and Theismann were there, yeah. Hyman Theismann. But they were a little school. We were a big school.
Oh, man, that's pretty cool, son.
Yeah, but Drew.
I got Drew Pearson on my phone. I got Drew Pearson number in my phone.
Yeah.
Can you see it? That's Drew Pearson right there in my phone.
What?
You a hater, Jim.
South River. Yeah, he pushed off against the Vikings. Everybody knows that.
Hey, back then you can do that.
But we got.
You know what? They need to have football the same way this damn time.
Yeah.
The best man win who can get that ball.
But those receivers are too big now. They hurt one of them poor little.
I know, man. The boys, they got muscle sticking out. They got muscle sticking out under their pads, huh?
Metcalf pushing off on somebody, he killed him.
I know, Metcalf.
He didn't do his sign language after he killed him. I killed you. Hey, let's get to these picks so we can get them all in.
That's pretty good to know, Sonya. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Drew's my guy. Me and Drew,
yeah.
We Jersey guys. The New York Jets against the Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland at home.
Yeah.
You know, Aaron Rodgers was talking about he was going to get reactivated just a week or two or whatever.
Yeah.
No, it don't make sense for that to happen. But
no, he's not going to put. They still going to.
I know.
Kill him.
But let me tell you something. Cleveland Brown and their defense, Myles Garrett. In fact, I'm talking to Myles Garrett dad tomorrow, Lawrence Garrett. So I'm definitely going with the Browns.
I was when I was recruiting, I went to watch Myles Garrett play. He had 6 sacks in the first half of a high school game. It was just ridiculous.
He killing it, man.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the definite defensive player of the year for sure.
Yeah. Him and TJ Watts is still leading in sacks.
Yeah.
They're
a one-man wrecking crew
to win this week.
They're a one-man wrecking crew for sure.
Yeah, but I'm going with Cleveland. Got to get Rick and Sonya's pick and your pick.
You know I'm going with the Browns. I went with the Browns last week against the Texans.
You did. You did go there. I'm going with Cleveland.
Yeah.
Where you at, Rick?
Rick going with the Browns.
You know Rick going with the Browns. He said, I knew it. Who you going with?
All Browns.
Browns?
Yeah,
How about these are Saturday. There's only one Saturday game. Detroit against Dallas.
Oh, Cliff Odom came by here a while ago and told me to tell Matt, our producer, that he said Detroit gonna win by 7.
Ooh!
But I think Dallas gonna stay on the roll at home. I think they gonna be hard to beat. So I'm going with the Cowboys by 3 points.
Yeah, and Vegas got them winning by 70% of them think they're gonna win. So I'm going with the Cowboys. Who you going with, Rick and Sonya? I know who Sonya going with. She going with Detroit.
Is she going with Detroit? Okay.
Oh, there's Cole.
Cole. Hey, Cole.
Yeah.
The defense tough.
Yeah, they are. But we're on Detroit and Dallas. Dallas. I'm going. Detroit will win by 14.
Wow.
Shoot. Not in Dallas.
I don't think that's gonna happen. But you know what? Dallas do need
a cowboy.
Dallas do need some linebackers.
Yes, they do.
They got a big hole. They got a big hole in the middle of the defense.
What's his name? Jamar Gibbs is a heck of a running back. So you're exactly right. And they got that Pina, that right tackle. He's a beast.
Well, it's gonna be a high scoring game for sure.
And did you know that the Detroit Lions have the best sack ratio protecting the quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, I believe that. Jared Goff, he got a good. He don't hold the ball long.
No, but I'm going with Dallas because it's going to be loud. People are going to be all excited about.
I'm going with Dallas.
Yeah.
Son, you going with Detroit? Who did Rick say he going with?
Rick didn't say. Oh, I think he said Dallas. Rick said Dallas.
What about you, Cole? Are you still on the line?
Cole said he's going whatever you pick.
Cole. Come on, Cole. Wake up.
He admitted to me, Rick, that he pushed off.
Hey, Rick, first of all, you don't have to admit that he pushed off because back then it was legal.
Yep. Oh, Cole got Detroit by 3.
Cole, you don't know nothing about football.
We got New England versus Buffalo in Buffalo.
Buffalo.
We've always had problems with Buffalo. New England, but I'm going to go with Buffalo. Yeah.
Well, you know what? New England look really, really good. They like a different team.
But they ain't going to beat Buffalo in Buffalo. We made
Drew. They're going to play them hard. They're going to play them hard.
Yeah.
Big Buffalo. They're going to play Buffalo hard, but
we made Drew Bledsoe cry. We hit him so hard one day. And so, man, ain't no crying in football. Stop crying. You guys are hurting me. I said, what?
But you know what? The Patriots are like a revived team, though, for sure. They do. Good.
They beat Detroit in Detroit, and nobody expected. Not Detroit. Denver and Denver.
They beat Denver. Yeah, they had the Denver they had.
Yeah. So I'm going with Buffalo.
Okay.
Chicago, Atlanta at Chicago.
Man, I'm going with Chicago. I'm going with the home team, first of all.
Yeah, I think I'm going with Chicago, too. Sonya, Rick, Cole. I think I'm going to go with Chicago.
So nobody picked the Patriots?
No.
Okay.
They're not listening. Oh.
Buffalo all day.
Yeah.
Josh heating up. Bills are about to Belichick's out.
Yeah. She hopes because she lives in Atlanta.
Oh, she lives in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Atlanta ain't gonna do nothing.
Nah, because they're going to Chicago, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Cole's got Chicago.
That way ain't gonna whoop the Falcons' butt. Cole going with Chicago. Jim going with Chicago. Byron going with Chicago.
Rick is going with who, Rick?
Rick probably going with the Vikings.
Rick probably going with he might be going with Atlanta.
What's up, Rick?
Okay, we'll get Rick. He'll probably come in. Las Vegas at Indianapolis. This is a tough one.
Man, I like the Vegas way the Vegas are winning.
I'm gonna go with Vegas. On
Antonio.
That. Yeah. Sonya went with Chicago.
Okay.
Nita, are you out there? You can get in here too. Pick yours.
I'm definitely going with the Raiders. The Colts don't look too good.
Going with the Raiders.
I'm going with the Raiders.
It's at Indianapolis though.
I don't care.
I'm going with the Raiders.
The Raiders' last game was at.
Huh?
The Raiders' last game went at home.
Yeah, Rick is going with the Raiders.
Okay. Jim.
She said they thugging everyone.
Yeah, Antonio Pierce got them guys playing.
Yeah, he does. He really
that defense was racking it up this past.
Here's the thing: is that the percent chancing ESPN's football is 70%. The Colts.
She said, but none but the NFL Thursday night.
Yes.
Are you serious right now?
No, it's true. He's from Compton, straight out of Compton. Juanita told me.
Oh yeah, that's right. He is from Compton.
But he's the coach at Arizona State with her.
But that's what I like about him. He know how to motivate those defensive players for sure.
Jack, he coached high school at Long Beach Poly.
Oh, he did?
Jack Johnson, the one who got kicked off the Patriots, played for him at there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
they threw interceptions off last week.
Yeah, number 18. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go with them. I'm like everybody else. I'm going with the Raiders.
But you know what? What's good was sad about the Raiders. Last time if they had an interim coach, they should have hired him.
Yeah,
He's coaching up in Green Bay right now.
Richard Bisaccia.
Yeah, they should have hired him.
Yeah, that is true.
That's modern day football sometimes.
Yeah, that is. Could you imagine us trying to get away with that?
Shoot, man. That's crazy.
Okay, we got the Los Angeles Rams against the New York Football Giants.
I'm going with
I know who you're going with.
I'm going with the Giants, man.
I'm going with the Rams.
I got a Giant room in there, so I got to go with the Giants.
I know you got going with the Rams. Rick's going with the Rams.
Rick, get off that bandwagon. There you go, Sonya. Sonya know a little bit about football.
Oh, whatever. We got the Arizona Cardinals against the Philadelphia Eagles. This is something going on behind the scenes on this one.
What do you mean by that?
Well, Fangio was supposed to go to the Eagles because Jonathan Gannon, the head coach at Arizona, was at Philly last year.
Yeah.
But something happened, and he never told him that he was leaving. And then Fangio went to Miami, and they're going to try to embarrass him. So yeah. And I know your boy Kyler Murray, but I'm going with the Eagles.
Oh yeah, the Eagles they finna get back to be number one rated in the NFC East. So I'm going with the Eagles. They gonna win out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody's going with the Eagles.
Yeah, all with the Eagles.
Kyler cares.
Well, you know, Cole, when you get paid in NFL and you don't get hurt, you know, some things he probably just want to get healthy and then focus on next year. The Birds.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray, that's what he's doing, I think. He's just trying to stay healthy and focus on next year.
Yeah. We got New Orleans Saints against Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa.
I'll tell you what, it's gonna be a game. It's gonna be a tight game right here.
It ain't gonna be
It's gonna be a close game.
No, it won't. It's not even gonna be close.
For one thing, it's hard for a team like the Bucs to have 2 good weeks in a row. They played some outstanding football last week.
Derek Carr is a coach killer. He's gonna get the same guy fired from 2 places. He got him fired at the Raiders. He's gonna get him fired at the. He's gonna get him fired at New Orleans.
Okay,
I am going with Tampa Bay.
You go with Tampa Bay. I'm going with the Saints this week.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't pick both teams and go say, well, I meant the Cardinals if they win. Well, I meant the Eagles if they win. They're both birds. You got to say Eagles the Saints. I mean, Eagles are, come on.
Yeah, come on, son. Which one you like? We're gonna give you the Cardinals.
Oh.
All right. Eagles, I forgot. There you go. You got the Eagles.
And then we got the Saints and the Buccaneers. I'm going with the Buccaneers. Who that? Cole say that. Who that? Who that gonna get beat?
I'm with Cole. You
going with who that nation?
Tampa Bay. I always get New Orleans. We're going with Tampa Bay. No, I'm going with the Saints.
I'm going with Tampa
Cole's
Bay.
going with the Saints.
Tampa Bay looks old.
Yeah.
Yeah. But where's Rick at? Rick usually he right on this.
Yeah, Rick, who you got, Rick? Rick done went to sleep.
Him and Jack is on the phone.
Let me toast. I'm finna toast to you, Rick, some water. Who you got, Rick? Oh, he said the Bucs.
He got the Buccaneers.
My bad. My bad.
I'm sorry, Rick.
My bad, Rick.
Rick, I thought you were over there at Jack's house beating him up and roughing him up a little bit. San Francisco versus the Washington Commanders.
Commander. Oh yeah, they are starting.
They're starting Jacoby Brisket.
Yeah, they said Howell down. Yeah, Brisket. Yeah.
Howell, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going with the 49ers. That's a big spread, 13.5.
Yeah, I think the Commanders will cover the spread.
You think so?
Yeah, they'll cover the spread. But I'm going with the 49ers to win the game.
Yeah, 49ers gonna win.
That's Byron, buddy. All right, Rick.
We're going with San Francisco. Carolina against Jacksonville. I'm going to make a shock here. I'm going to shock you. I'm going with Jacksonville because Carolina got a chance.
Well, I'm gonna shock you. I'm going with the Jaguars because they're at home.
No, I'm going with the Jaguars. I'm going with Jacksonville. And they don't need Trevor Lawrence to beat Carolina. Although Bryce Young is playing better.
Well, they've been scoring some points.
Yeah.
They really have.
Yeah. But Trevor Lawrence probably won't play. Boy, he got beat up.
Man, he looked bad.
Yeah, he did look bad.
Everybody went with Jacksonville.
Yeah, everybody's with Jacksonville. Panthers. Oh, shoot. Miami against Baltimore in Baltimore.
This gonna be game of the week.
Yeah, that's the game of the week. I'm going with Baltimore Ravens.
You going with Baltimore?
Yep. I think that Lamar Jackson he's a different kind of. He's kind of like Michael Vick with probably a better arm.
I'm going with the Dolphins.
Wow.
She going with the Ravens.
Rick is going with the Ravens.
I'm gonna be the only one. I'm telling you now, the Dolphins gonna shock. They playing good football.
Yeah, they are, but they got they got Waddle that might be out.
But you know what? Let me tell you what's gonna happen.
It's not 100%.
Can I give you my explanation?
Yes.
Last week, Baltimore had to fly all the way to California,
Yes.
and they had a good game.
Yeah.
They had to fly back all the way back to Baltimore. And guess what? They was all jacked up and all happy about
You do got a point.
And guess what? The Dolphins gonna come in and they're gonna blast them.
You do got a point because it's a 12 o'clock or the 12 o'clock game, so it'd be 1 o'clock there. So you do have a point. But I'm still
going. And guess what? Miami is gonna go 1 hour up, maybe 45 minutes up. They're gonna land right there in Baltimore. And they gonna the BWI airport, wherever. And they're gonna put it on them. They're gonna put it on the because Baltimore, they think they're untouchable right now.
Yeah.
Dolphins with points.
Cole has Dolphins with points.
There you go, Cole.
Yeah.
At least you listen. You learning something from me.
We got Tennessee against the Texans. Is that right? Tennessee Titans against the Houston Texans.
Tennessee Titans in Houston.
I thought that was last week.
They played the week before last. And one of the teams had the Houston Oilers.
Yeah, the Oilers. I thought I didn't realize that. I'm going with the Texans.
I'm going with the Texans too at home.
Because Stroud is supposed to be back.
Yeah, I'm going with the Texans. The Titans don't look too good.
Rick got Tennessee in an upset.
Go ahead, Rick.
They'll have and then Cole has Houston.
Cole from Houston. I think he's from down that way.
Yep. CJ's back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Son, you're on top of it.
Yeah. We got the Steelers versus the Seahawks.
The Steelers versus the Seahawks.
I'm going with the Seahawks.
I am too. I'm going with the Seahawks.
It's in Seattle.
Yeah.
Geno Smith is back.
Yeah, he played good this past weekend.
Yeah. And they're both 8-7.
Rick. Okay.
Rick's going with the Seahawks.
So everybody going with the Seahawks. Steelers.
Well, we didn't get Cole. Whoa.
Hey, you know what? One thing I can say about Cole, he's a fantasy guy. So he keep up with all them fantasy points.
Yeah.
Now he's talking about the Steelers.
Yeah, Tomlin is pulling magic tricks, but he got them playing. He's one of the top 5 coaches in the NFL.
They looked good last week, though. I have to take my hat off to them. They looked good last week.
The Los Angeles Chargers against the Denver Broncos. Who cares? Who cares? I'm gonna go with the.
And you say Russell Wilson not playing this week?
Nope, they got Jarrett Stidham starting. Man. I'm going with the Chargers.
Yeah, I hate that.
It's in Denver though, but Denver got beat last week in Denver.
Yeah, they got their butt whooped last
Rick
week.
got the Broncos.
I don't see the Chargers doing too much of nothing no more. So I'm going with the Broncos too. Rick, what do you
got Chargers? Keenan Allen's back, and he knows his stuff about fantasy.
Yeah, I forgot about that, Cole. But he rusty though.
Basanya, he only gets $39 million. If he gets injured, he gets another 37. So,
well, that's what you call rolling the dice. You know,
yeah.
You don't know what these guys gonna end up doing.
I'm going with the Chargers. I think the Chargers are gonna win this game.
Okay, Jim with the Chargers. Okay.
Yeah.
So me and Rick are with the Broncos.
Cole, who did Cole go with?
He went with the Chargers.
Okay.
Sonny went with the Chargers.
I trust Cole.
Yeah, he's a Giant fan.
Oh, I don't trust him that much. We got Cincinnati at Kansas City.
Man, this is a toss-up game.
It is the toss-up.
I'm going with Kansas City.
You are?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who to pick on this one. I'm going with Kansas City. Taylor Swift is banned from the stadium right now.
She on tour.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Happy 24. Happy 2024 to you, Sonya. Nice to meet you.
Happy 24.
Cole.
Kansas City easy, you think so?
Bengals.
Bengals?
I just said the Bengals.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Rick, who do you like, Rick? KC. Rick got KC.
KC. So Sonya's the only one like the Bengals.
Green Bay versus Minnesota. At Minnesota.
Rick, whoever you pick, I'm picking with you. Rick, you got my vote, Captain. You got my vote.
You got to get ready for your show.
All right, Sonya. Thank you so much. It's nice to meet you. So, Rick, I'm going with you. Whoever you pick, I'm picking.
You pick the Vikings.
So, Rick, you are the captain. So you pick the Vikings as well. Okay.
I'm going to pick Green Bay. Sorry, Rick. Heck no, I'm picking the Vikings. It's in Minnesota.
Okay.
You know they're going to cheat. Somebody probably going to, Justin Jefferson probably going to push off on somebody.
Justin going to have 200 yards. Hey, so Cole, who you got? I ain't seen you. Who you got? Yeah, so I ain't seen who Cole got, but everybody got the Vikings. Everybody with the Vikings. Okay, the Vikings hand down.
Yep. Well, that's mostly everything. But only thing is now.
Hey, I want to ask you about Michael Parsons.
Yes.
He got 13 sacks.
Yeah.
Why is he crying?
Because he doesn't understand everybody in the NFL holds. And he just got to figure out ways to beat it. He does the same move. You got to he takes all the martial arts in the boxing, but you got to use your hands to get people off you.
Yeah.
He's letting them get into his body. And that's a young player. He
need to call you, Jim. He need to talk to somebody. So when you out there this weekend celebrating Coach Johnson going into the Ring of Honor,
I'm gonna smack him upside the head.
Put him to the side and say, "Look, let me tell you something, young man." And tell him.
Yeah. I think I will do that.
And I'm gonna give you a towel so you can wipe up some of the tears too.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You go get held. I just ran over Jumbo Elliott every time I got Brad Benson.
Yeah.
I used them. And then if I went past the quarterback, I'll just pick it off and run it.
Hey, and Jim, I don't want you talking about what happened on the bottom of the pile. So this audience can't take it, Jim.
No.
What happened on the bottom of the pile is big boy talk. You talking big boy talk there.
You're right. They don't understand none of that.
A lot of crybabies, man. Dang.
Thank you, Rick.
Thanks, Rick. Rick, I'm telling you, Rick. We talking locker room stuff in here. You know, this bottom of the pile and going across the middle and not calling your mama about you being whole, being held or whatever. You know, that's football.
Yeah, because my mother would have been on me. What are you talking about getting whole? She would have smacked us like, you let that boy hold you. She called me there and said, I remember that boy hold you. He said, you better get his hands off of you. So
absolutely.
Hold you.
Yeah.
She hold me around the neck when she was strangling me.
That was your test.
Yep.
Can you pass the test? Football, baby. We talking football.
Right, real football.
Yeah.
Not that touch with two
we
hands.
Ain't talking about no flag, no two-hand touch.
See, Rick, what did he say? I always held. Yeah.
Yeah, you got that holding move. Just hold. All you got to do is hold for count 1,001, 1,000, let him go. That's how you do it. 1,001 and 1,000, let him go. You're going to hold.
Well, we're at the end of the show, and we can't waddle out because Waddle's injured.
Yeah.
So you can't waddle out.
I'm gonna duck my way out.
And Tyreek Hill is not 100%.
Yeah. But hey, week 17, baby.
Yeah, week 17. It's gonna be fun this week.
I've been eating turkey and football. That's all I've been eating.
Good. There you go. And congratulations to Jimmy Johnson finally getting in the Ring of Honor. I'll be there celebrating with him. So
y'all have fun this weekend.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.